My name is Sheila and I'm a recovering addict. I always drank a little bit more probably than I should at social gatherings, sometimes the last to leave the party. But as far as with anything that was illegal, that started after I got my degree and out of sheer boredom. I was just very desperate and kind of hopeless because I didn't know how to stop it on my own at all. And I certainly didn't want to tell anybody because I was a pharmacist. I was doing it at work. You know, and everybody, you know, with half a brain knows that that's not legal. So I figure that if you're doing something like that risky behavior has to be a problem. And the fact that I couldn't stop. My last job, they knew something was wrong. They didn't know what. But my performance was terrible. You know, I didn't eat, I didn't sleep, I barely bathed. And you know, I was getting up and going to work every day, but I had a lot of incentive to go to work. So, you know, I guess it just depends. So I quit, of course. I did what any good addict does, I ran. And then I knew, and of course I got what I could get to, you know, detox on my own, which didn't happen. And I wound up making a phone call to get help. And it was a place far away from my home because I still wanted to do it, you know, on the down low. I didn't want anybody to know. And that didn't work out. They would not treat me. They said I had to be inpatient with my history. So then everybody knew. I had to tell my husband, and he put me in the treatment facility, and I stayed there for 28 days. I don't believe that I could do it alone without some type of support, either through PIAC or the, it's a 12-step program that I go to. And if I didn't have them, I don't know what I would do, because you always feel different from the general population. But when you're with people that have gone through the same thing, there's a camaraderie there. You can't, you can't beat that. When you're a using addict, you have to lie a lot, even to people that you're very close to. Sometimes you lie to people and they know you're lying, and they know you're lying, but you do it anyway because the disease tells you to. They say it's kind of like a surrender, and you're powerless, and I agree with that. But also by following, a program of recovery, I am empowered. I can do anything I want now, and I couldn't do that when I was using. I couldn't do anything but use. But now, my relationship with my husband, of course, is better, and with my son. And now that he's a teenager, I can, kind of, he knows. I mean, we have a nice family life.
My name is Gil, and I'm the father of a recovering alcoholic and drug addict. Early in high school, my son got involved with drugs and alcohol, and maybe even before that, as far as I know. His behavior was erratic at times, not being honest with the family, and a very likable young man. So we never addressed directly the elephant in the room until he was actually arrested. Alcohol was the prime and only drug that he was using, but he became a down and out drunk in the street. and was actually found living under the stands of a football stadium on the Eastern Shore. Got into the hospital, but didn't stay, and actually called us one morning asking for us to call 911 because he had just moved to a place that he didn't even know the address. So that was the most terrifying last step, a call for help. He was as close to alcohol death as possible. And I think from that point on, after local hospitalization, we went to this 90-day program in Mississippi. I think that 12-step work has been a real building block for the family, for me especially, and now it is for my son. I don't think we knew the right tools or the right words to use at that time. He never went to college, but he went to culinary school and became a chef. And I think that was a good life for him, but there's a lot of drugs and alcohol in the kitchens. And at one point, he, after he had been married with a child, he decided that he was going back to change profession and be a firefighter. Today, he is a paramedic working for a private contractor. He's very happy with what he's doing. He's very involved with the family, his sisters, his nieces and nephews, and his daughter. So he's the son and the person that we always wish we had. I'm very proud of him now.